This particular Sunday, which is the 7th of September, it is the International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies 2025. So we'll be having our very talented and, of course, able panel with me in studio. We have Geoffrey Mosiria, Chief Officer Environment, Nairobi City. We also have Christine Mwelu, Community Coordinator, Mukuru. And lastly, Maurice Kavai, Deputy Director, Climate Change and Air Quality Monitoring, Nairobi City. Thank you so much for being here in studio, and we appreciate your time. And yes, our big why today is, how do you curb air pollution in your area? Maybe we can start off with that.
Yes, thank you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Geoffrey Mosiria. I'm the Chief Officer in charge of Environment, Nairobi City County. Most people knows me as Katibu Mkuu wa Mazingira Gatuzi la Nairobi. And I'm happy that you invited us for this important discussion on matters air. I said I'll not come alone. I'll be accompanied by my technical officer. You know, whenever you see me handling matters of air pollution or environmental pollution, there's a team, back office.
Yes.
Wanasema back office.
Yeah.
There's a team behind me that is supporting this operation. So, Mr. Kavai has accompanied me, and what I want to say, air that we breathe is a very important resource, because it's both an economic, a health and economic resource. Because you remember during COVID-19, air was, oxygen, that's medical gas, was very expensive. And this gives us a reason as to why we must keep the air we breathe clean. And today, if you walk in the city, the air we breathe sometimes is polluted. And who are these polluters? It's us, the people of Nairobi. No one is polluting the air apart from us, the people of Nairobi, which I know my colleagues here will attest to that. And these polluters is me and you. And we are the ones who are going to clean this air. Yeah.
Now, Geoffrey, there has been some videos circulating on social media. As you have mentioned that Nairobians are the ones who are polluting their own air, of course. Kenyans have taken to social media to talk about insecurity in CBD especially. And these gangs, they're saying, are terrorizing Kenyans and just Nairobians in general who are walking around in CBD. And this is something that we've been seeing for the past few days. What are your thoughts on this?
You see, I've also been tagged on several videos.
Yes.
But ideally, some of those videos that I've seen circulating on social media are related to the agency demonstrations. Okay. But again, we can't rule out. If 2-3 people are complaining that there are gangs that are terrorizing the people.
With human feces. To make things very specific.
That's what I want to address. Yes. These are, most of them are street families, because this is something that you have seen happen previously. Yes. When we were back in campus, we could interact with some of these street family who could just walk with human feces where there's traffic jam. Yeah. They'll demand for valuables, and if you don't give them, they'll threaten that they'll trade to you. I've
personally gone through this a few years ago.
Yeah, but as the county government, we have been working closely with the national government, national police, to ensure that most of these street families, because during the day, they are begging for money to buy food, and this money we give them in cash is what they spend to buy jet fuel, to sniff, alcohol and other substance. Some of them use jet fuel, which they sniff within CBD during the day. At night, they're the same people who will come to terrorize you, who is feeding them, who is giving them this free money. That's why I always encourage people that we should not give them free money. We should pay transport that they go back to the village. And those who are not willing, we have been actually supporting them to be reunited with their family. We take them to their homes, those who are willing, and those who refuse, we chase them out of CBD. But as at now, CBD is secure. We have ensured that at night, where the security lights had been destroyed during the demonstrations. They're being replaced. And our mobility and works team are they're working closely to ensure that all corners in Nairobi CBD are covered with the security lights. So those street families who use the human waste to maybe scare you off, we have actually chased them away from CBD. And I was reading that exercise. If you followed me, we were even live on TikTok, because sometimes I like documenting. It's not for content. It's for informing the people and educating and creating awareness, because nobody will know that there are these kind of people who are within CBD at night. During the day, they are begging for money, pretending that they are there. Some of them during the day are sleeping. You work within CBD, and we have managed to try and help them, because it's not their wish to be there. Everyone has a sad story. As leaders, and myself as a chief officer in charge of environment, I'm more concerned because they're the ones who are used to do illegal dumping at night by the shop owners. So all I'll say is that the security of CBD right now is okay. Is paramount, and police undercover, working closely with our team from enforcement, have ensured that they have taken control of the city.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Moving on to Christine. Now, why exactly is the International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies significant for Kenya in 2025?
Okay, first I just want to introduce myself.
Absolutely.
Again, thank you. I'm Christine Mwelu Motuko. I come from Mukuru, and my ward is Makadara. And I am in a movement called Muungano wa Wanavijiji.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm a coordinator. I normally coordinate the community to come together and to talk about our challenges. And through Breathe Cities, whereby we are talking about air, how the air is polluted. This is the best program that I can say it is giving us as community the power to speak out what we are going through. Because air pollution, we are getting it from every side.
Right.
We are getting it from the waste that we normally produce. We are getting it also from the burning, when we burn our waste.
Absolutely.
It is also polluting our air. When we talk about the vehicles that we normally use, it is polluting our air. So we said that we have to campaign for it so that we can bring a change. And we are so happy to say that when we are celebrating the Day of Clean Air, it is one way of showing that we are accepting that the air is polluted. And we are part of the people who have polluted the air. And if we have this problem, it is only we ourselves who can solve it again. So that's why, as a champion in the community, when I see how the children are becoming sick because of the air being polluted, when I see the elderly, how they are becoming sick, standard growth, and these kind of sicknesses which are attacking us all the time because of the air pollution.
Yeah, respiratory sicknesses, conditions.
Yes, that's why we are coming up as the community to say that we have to bring the change.
Okay.
And for us to bring the change, who are we working with? We have to work together with the environment office, because when we need to collect our garbage, we have so many holding points whereby we put our waste, but the collection, it is becoming difficult for us.
Okay.
So through Breathe Cities is one of the way whereby we have managed to cooperate with the county government through the environment and bringing them to the ground. And when we do our cleanups, now for example, like Friday, we had a very big cleanup in Mukuru. And we are working together with the environment people. We really cleaned that area. And they gave us the vehicle to come and collect the waste. Which means that we as the community, we have that voice. And we have to take an action so that we can work together and bring a change through the air pollution.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much for that, Christine. I'd like to move on to the next guest. We have Maurice Kavai, Deputy Director, Climate Change and Air Quality Monitoring, Nairobi City. Now, Maurice, maybe you can give us some of the efforts that the county has been making over the past few years to be able to integrate the clean air initiatives and, just also into the urban planning and development that is currently ongoing in our county.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to introduce myself. My name is Maurice Kavai. I'm the Deputy Director for Climate Change, Air Quality Monitoring, Nairobi City County. I just want to pick from where my chief has just stated about how to curb air pollution.
Yes.
And the first thing we're supposed to do is to be able to understand what is air pollution. What is this source of air pollution so that you can be able to control it. So you cannot control what you do not understand.
Absolutely.
So the first thing which the city of Nairobi did was to be able to work with the partners, especially the Clean Air Fund, Stockholm Environment Institute, the UN Environment, and also ECHO, which are partners which are very keen on issues to do with air pollution.
Okay.
So together we worked and installed what we call air quality monitoring devices across the city. So these devices give us real-time data. And the first pollutant we are looking at, which is the cause of respiratory illness, is particulate matter 2.5. How do you explain 2.5? 2.5, particulate matter 2.5, is the size of the hair that when you measure it. This 2.5 particulate matter is able to actually get into your lungs and trigger respiratory illnesses. So the initiatives which we have been able to work together with the partners is first of all to establish monitoring station, which will now give us data to guide us in making decision. Number two is to come up with a legislative framework such as the Nairobi Air Quality Act, which now give us the power to be able to manage pollution, as well as have a platform whereby we can be able to even monitor this emission. The second one is to come up with a Nairobi Air Quality Action Plan, a plan which is supposed to guide the city in terms of having a clean pathway, or a clear pathway towards reducing emissions. And another initiative which we also doing as a city is to enhance visibility of our air quality monitoring. So by this, we have been able to have air quality monitoring platform actually embedded in our air quality, embedded in our county website. So this platform, citizens are able to have what we call, they interact with it. They're able to see the air quality status in different locations. They're even able to make a decision. And I want to give an example. For example, if you are going to do some shopping easily, and then you look at that platform and you realize that the air quality status is not good, you can decide to either go to Isili during the afternoon hours, or even during that time when the air quality is better for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to move on to Geoffrey. Today you had asked residents in Juja, CBD, Woodley as well to be able to wear masks because of air pollution. Maybe you can elaborate further on why exactly you felt the need to say this and of course to advise them to wear masks.
Yes, as my deputy director has just put it clear that within the city we have installed 87 air quality monitors.
Okay.
And if you go to Nairobi City County website, you'll be able to just Google, go to Nairobi air quality. You'll be able to tell the quality of air you are breathing within the city, within the 17 sub-counties where we have installed these air quality monitors. And at that time, we could see those 3 specific areas where the air was not healthy as per the readings from the air quality machine. So sometimes it's important to guide the people because nobody understands that even if you're breathing this air, you may not feel the smell of it.
Yes.
But there are particles in it which are very harmful. So I thought it's important to inform the people because all of us, all you just want is you wake up, you breathe the air, you sleep breathing, you wake up breathing, but you don't understand that this air has to be clean.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it's important that we'll be giving these updates on a daily basis to guide the people of Nairobi, that if you are moving to, for example, to Dandora, what's the quality of air there?
Yeah.
And I'm happy today the quality of air in Dandora was clean.
Oh, it's improved.
Yeah, was clean at that time.
Amazing.
But most of those areas where the air was dirty is because of illegal dumping happening in those places.
For instance, pipeline.
Yeah, and also, like when we were at Mama Lucy at that time, we happened to notice the DCC's office, they were doing open burning, and the air was not that clean. We had to, I had actually to direct one of our environment officer to go and serve them with a notice to solve the pollution. And if they continue doing that, we shall just, again as a government, we have to go and take action against the person responsible for that establishment. Because this air, doing open burning next to the hospital, that's where we have patients who have upper respiratory diseases, some are asthmatic, they need to breathe a clean air. So with this installation of the air quality monitors, we are able to advise, we are able to tell the people of Nairobi, and this is something that is happening in most developed countries. They give updates. And I also call upon the mainstream medias, at least you be using this website to guide the people of Nairobi, to guide the residents and the visitors who are visiting the city. At least when you're doing your news, you're doing your updates, you also give this information to the people for free. They need to check on the county website to get to know the quality of air so that they prepare appropriately. If they are asthmatic, there are areas they need to avoid. And if there are those who are sick, they need to put on the mask, and also those who are still healthy, and you want to visit a specific place, you just see the quality of air there and be prepared well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, of course, in 2022, the Air Quality Act was passed. And of course, we also had the Public Nuisance Act 2021 that was passed as well. Maybe you can tell us more about why these laws are very important. And so far, how have they made a difference for residents?
Yes, ideally, when I joined this department, I've always said my background is not environment, is finance, but I've worked for the last 1 year, and I think I'm one of the best environmentalists we have around. You don't need to go to an environment class for you to become an environmentalist.
You have to have the passion.
Yeah, it's all about a passion. You need to understand the environment, because something is where you have grown in.
Yeah.
And what I've noted is that in Nairobi, we used to do enforcement actions. Like, there's a time we went to Ngara, there's a patching plant. You could see there's dust that is being emitted from there to the air. The school has complained about students changing school or being admitted in hospital because of the dust. We have gone to Eastlands, there are companies there doing emission of just gas and other smoke, which is harmful. When you go, we take action, you take them to court, the ODPP will not approve the charge sheet. What they need is evidence. But now, with this Air Quality Act, which was passed of 2022, we are able to make informed decisions. When we are doing an enforcement, it's guided by data. If we go now to enforce, like in Ngara, right now, we will go there with the data, real-time data, tell the person what you're doing is wrong at this place, you need to stop, or action be taken against you. So, one, it's helping us in getting the real-time data, which is helping us in enforcement, and also in as we are doing a research, because again, this data it helps us in research, so that we make informed decisions. Also, with this this law, it's also helping us improve because where we are doing enforcement, we are also improving on our policies.
Okay.
So it's very, and also the one for Public Nuisance Act.
Yes.
You see there's pollution like solid waste, which is being dumped all over. It also contributes to air pollution. But with that one, it also helps us handle matters of illegal dumping, discharge from industries, because even sewer discharge, once it gets to the environment, it gets to the air that we are breathing today. And not only that, it also helps us on matters of noise pollution. We have been seeing me moving around, and that's what we are using to take action against those people who are polluting the environment where you live at night. You are unable to sleep.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for that. Christine, moving on to you, let's talk a bit about more of what's happening in Mukuru, right?
Yeah.
Communities, citizens coming together, it's very important to be able to work with the county governments as well. You have had some initiatives, you've had some efforts to be able to just try and get a cleaner, greener Mukuru. So for you, what exactly have you done so far? Maybe you can highlight some of the initiatives and how important it is to have community effort in play.
Okay, thank you so much. One of the things that we have done in Mukuru when we bring the community together, first we have trained them about the air pollution, how it affects them. Another thing, we have made sure that we have many workshops so that we can listen from the community.
Okay.
Do they understand exactly what is happening? Do they know the sources of the air pollution? And do they know exactly some of the areas whereby the illegal dumping is being done? And from there, do they know what we can do to make sure that we are improving in this air quality?
Right.
And through that, we have also managed to give the community, some of the people, they have been given a chance to go into radio stations and also talk about the air quality, air pollution, how we are doing it in the community. And also making sure that we create awareness in our area.
Right.
So we know that it is our role. We tell the people what kind of what are you using when you are cooking? How does your house look like? Does it have the ventilation that whereby when you are cooking, do you allow the fresh air to come inside your house? So when we create all this awareness, when we offer these trainings, we are also making other members of the community to reach other communities at large, because they have to get the information exactly why is the air pollution growing so fast. And another thing that we are doing is about the rivers which are along us.
Yes.
Because right now in Mukuru we have this river, Gong River. And Gong River does not have clean water. And the clean water is spoiled by these factories which are around us. They don't direct their waste to the sewer.
Yeah.
They are directing it direct to the river. In the morning hours, you might find the water is red. When you come at the evening, you find the water is green. When you come tomorrow, you might find the water looking with another purple color. Who is spoiling our health? So we are looking at large. What can we do? That's why we are saying, we as the community, we have to come together. We have to raise our voices and make sure that if it is cleaning, if it is putting our waste, the one which you are supposed to sort and use it again, we put aside. Because we also know that waste is money when you use it well.
Yes.
Then from there, when we empower our community, because we have youth groups whereby there are those youth groups, we are using them to collect the garbages in households level and putting them in a holding place whereby the county can come and collect the waste. So empowering the community through the youth groups, and also seeing that they are making some money through this waste which they are collecting. So in the community, we are making sure that the information is going all over so that these people can know what can we do, because this is where we live and we don't need another person to come and bring a change. The change will start with me, and if it starts with me, I will also change my neighbor. And these sicknesses which we are facing all the time, they will be reduced in our areas, mostly like in the informal settlements.
Right, brilliant. Thank you so much. Moving on to Maurice. Now, Nairobi is among the first African counties to actually set up the air quality monitoring network with 50 sensors that have been set up. And of course, this is quite a huge milestone, and it means a lot for the ordinary Nairobian because there's lots of tangible benefits that come with this. Maybe you can tell us more about how important this is for policy as well.
Yeah. The setting up of this infrastructure comes as a very big advantage to the city of Nairobi and also Kenyans as well. As the first city having what we call ground monitoring in terms of air quality, sets the pace for air quality monitoring and also control. So we are looking at a situation whereby when it comes to intervention, Nairobians, researchers could be able to use that data to actually plan very well, where to do maybe the construction, and in terms of development, the air quality monitoring will also inform in terms of even behavior change. So we are looking at a situation whereby the residents of Nairobi could be in a position to even know the air quality status tomorrow. So what does that one affect us as a city? It means that we are also creating resilience of the Nairobians towards such other connecting factors such as climate change, because air pollution does not wait. Once you are affected by respiratory diseases, then you cannot be in a position to really become resilient towards like climate change and that. So we are saying that schools, urban spaces could be better planned because we understand we have data in terms of air pollution, and we can be able to set up these facilities on an informed kind of mind.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to Geoffrey now. Of course, traffic congestion, vehicle emissions, there's a top concern when it comes to pollution in the country, in CBD, in Nairobi in general. What measures are being put into place to be able to tackle this, and especially when it comes to high emission vehicles that are old, just to be able to improve the air quality?
Thank you. I think this is a very pertinent question. Within CBD, most of the matatu operators, while they are waiting to maybe for passengers so that they can leave the city and take them to their final destination, they leave their vehicles with the engine on. And ideally with the Nairobi County Public Nuisance Act and with the Act, the air quality, we are able now to at least advise them, because we can't move immediately from using fuel engines to e-mobility. We have actually guided them to that when they are within the city, they have to switch off the engine. But again,
sorry to interrupt you there, but I actually observed that. Yesterday I was in CBD the entire day, and I was around the matatus, especially the big ones. And I observed that they were waiting for, I guess, customers and of course passengers. And once they were waiting for the passengers, during that time, they switched off the engine. And then they would switch them on only when they were full and they were ready to move.
Actually,
I observed that.
It all needs consistency, because for them to understand that when the engine is on, it's polluting the air, most of them, they don't understand.
True.
Even those people working with this CBD, you could hear, especially this is for the expectant mothers. They say that, I love that fume from that vehicle. They don't understand that what they are breathing, the fume they are in love with, is actually poison. That's why the
smell.
Yeah, that smell. Some will say, I love that smell. Even those people in the shop, some of them, they don't care. But when the smell is good, the way the vehicle is burning, the engine is burning the fuel, they're just breathing it and feeling that it's something that is good. But that's why we had to intervene, and as a government, we are there to provide solutions. We serve them with a notice, and most of them have complied. Okay. And also, for most of the circles to be licensed, there's that condition that at least they should have one bus which is electrical, because we have to move now to e-mobility. And with that one, it's also helping us in the process of moving to e-mobility. And I'm happy the national government is working in collaboration with the county government to introduce PRT. And the process had started. It's only that, again, is a matter of resources, but I know with PRT on board, it will help because it will be fully e-mobility. Yes. And it will even reduce. Now will not many people now will be using now the matatu, because that one also will minimize the polluters. And also along the corridors, like Nairobi River, as they are doing Nairobi River Regeneration Commission, that commission that was formed by His Excellency the President to clean Nairobi River, they are doing some walkways along the river. And this one, like if you're moving from Eastleigh to Westlands, where if you use a matatu, it will take like 30 minutes. Yes. Or even 1 hour because of traffic jam. But through that walkway, people will be able to walk to work. So it means it's also going to reduce the use of matatu, which is a polluter. And with that one, I know we are going also to reduce pollution by some percentage, which I'm unable to quantify at the moment. Also, most of the Uber, taxi, they are now moving to e-mobility, which is a good gesture, and also border. And we encourage them. And we have held forums with them, trying to encourage them the importance, because most people don't understand until you talk to them. It's like when you are doing an enforcement. We'll go to arrest a person who is polluting, even if it's a matatu that is polluting the air and emitting some fumes, those gas, which is the smoke, which is poisonous. You talk to them, the first day they'll not understand. The second day you do enforcement is when they realize that the government is working. Until you arrest a Kenyan is when you realize that what is doing is wrong. So we really need to tell them that arresting you is part of our work, but we don't want to make it our business or our daily business. All we want to do, we don't want to make it a habit. All we want to do is to guide you to compliance. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, moving on to Christine. As a community coordinator, do you feel that the community voices are being heard when it comes to making these decisions, air quality, as well as environmental policy decisions? Do you think that the community in Mukuru especially is being heard?
Okay, right now I can say the community are being heard through the exercise that we did. Because most of the time, let me say, the other cleanups which we are organizing, you could just see there is some ignorance. But this time it really worked so well. And I was so happy to coordinate with the lady of the environment in Mukuru. And let me tell you, I just called her today when the exercise is taking place tomorrow. And she really looked for me. Christine, can we meet and plan for this exercise? So it was so good. I can just say that we can see improvement. And when I was listening to the community, their respondents, they were saying, oh, this exercise is so colorful because we have the people from the environment and it is good. Also, when we go to these meetings whereby we are creating the awareness and also listening from the community, exactly what we are going through. Now we are working together. We are working together with the environment officers. They come to the meeting, they listen to our complaints, and they also tell us what are we going to do together. So I can say that I can see the improvement. I can see us working together. And if it has been like that before, let me tell you, these holding sites which have been around our area, they could not be there. I was just telling another person as we were doing the cleanup and showing her the illegal dumping site which we had on the other side in Ruben. It was so big, and in every evening they could light it on fire. In the smoke, let me tell you, it looks so dark. We complained. There is a time we were doing the process of SPA in Mukuru, and we could hold these meetings, and we could complain to the people of the county. And we complained today, they say, oh, we are taking that, they write down, and now we are waiting to see what kind of a change we will see. It was not happening. But right now, I can say the place is so clean. You cannot see those garbages littering all around. And another challenge that we, as the people in the informal settlement, we normally face, sometimes the garbage which are in our areas, they don't come from us. You can sleep today, then in the morning, when you wake up, you find a big huge of waste being put together somewhere, and you don't know who brought it there. So you find that, I don't know how they normally see the people who are living in the informal settlements. I don't know whether they think that we look like the West. And we don't look like the West. We are human beings. Yes, living in the informal settlement does not mean that you don't know your rights. We know our rights. So I can say that the changes are there. And I normally follow you on the things that you are doing. On the online, I see how you are telling the people, if you will not stop, we are going to arrest you. Yes, I normally follow what you normally do. So when I saw today we are coming to sit here together and also talk about the air pollution, I was saying, oh, glory be to God, because I've been watching him when he's far, but today is next to me. So I can say congratulations to whatever you are doing, and keep it up. Come again to Mukuru. Then look at the Gong River, how it looks like. Thank you.
Let's handshake because I'm
yes.
And I'm happy.
Wow. Yes. A handshake has just happened right here on TV47 for the very first time. All right, so moving on. Maurice, maybe you can tell us more about how Nairobi's air quality compares to the air quality in other major African cities, because I do know that we're doing pretty well in comparison to China, in comparison to India, for instance. But other African countries, how are we doing?
Yeah, thank you. I would give a description in a different way. When you talk about air quality in the city, in terms of parameters of measurement, particulate matter on average, it's about 28 micrograms. That is, it's measured actually in a 24-hour kind of way. And looking at other African cities, I can say Nairobi is actually doing very, very well in terms of the kind of measures we are putting across. If you look at the air quality monitoring aspects, because that is what enables you now to start saying that whether the city is doing well or not. We have very few African cities who have that ability Nairobi has. Talking about the 87 monitoring stations which we have, very few African stations, African cities have that kind of infrastructure in place. Talking about the legal infrastructure as well, we have the Act, we have the action plan, we even have the policy, and these are the documents which enables, even when it comes to issues of comparison, we have African cities who do not have that legal infrastructure in place. And therefore, they cannot be in a position to even measure, even know what is happening within their cities. So the other thing is the issue of integration. The air quality issues have been integrated in our development plans, and therefore, our city is able to assign some resources to ensure that Nairobians are, protected against air pollution. And the level of awareness, I know as we sit here, you can see our chief, the way he's, articulating those issues very well. And the positive perception we are having from our communities, we have done so well that she can be able to even speak on our behalf. I don't need to come and explain what the city is doing because she's a good ambassador out there. She can be able to send those good messages to the communities as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Geoffrey, now how exactly can Nairobi balance industrialization, development with the urgent need for cleaner air?
First, what I'll say is that we need to industrialize our city.
Of course.
And at the same time, we need to maintain a clean air.
Yeah.
What we need is to zone all those industries to a specific area, because the reason why we can't have like someone setting up a patching plant at Ngara inside a school, and this a plant that is handling cement, pallets, sand, there's always pollution coming out of it.
Of course.
And also, even if we want to even empower our young people with MRFs, material, those recycling facilities, we can't just allow them to set a material recovery facility inside a residential area. Because at the end of the day, there is pollution coming out of it. You go to the Eastlands, there are places where they were residential, but people have set up industries in those areas, and they are not zoned for industries. So it's time that we need to follow the law.
Okay.
We need to follow the planning law. If industries are zoned to be at the industry area, let them fit there. And you know, our city is full right now, and we can't expand it anymore.
True.
All we need right now is, again, people need to move now outside Nairobi and develop areas like towards Mlolongo, where we have those factories for cement, because with those areas, at least there are no human being who live around there.
Yes.
So it's all about zoning and the people following the law. And also we have a role to play as a government by ensuring that we guide them.
Yeah.
We direct them. And those who refuse to comply, or those who are found there by the people. You know, sometimes someone will ask you, you know, you found me here. I had built my industry here.
Yeah.
And you all found me here. Why do you want to chase me out? But it's all about the health of these people. If one person complains, then we have to take it seriously.
Yes.
So it's all about also our laws and also our enforcement. And I'm happy to say that with the Air Quality Act, we are able to make some of those decisions. We are guided by the law.
Okay, brilliant.
I want to add something small.
Yes, sure.
Because that conversation is very interesting. When it comes to issues of setting zones, you realize that we have areas where these zones are highly polluted. So in our next strategic approach towards now making the city have the benefits of air quality management, through the support of the Clean Air Fund, we are coming up with the regulations now which are able to zone those areas in terms of the status of pollution at that particular level. So what will happen is that we'll ensure that those zones, we protect citizens in terms of pushing, or rather putting mechanism through which emitters can be able to reduce emissions in their specific zones. And they can do this by actually adopting to cleaner technologies, use of clean fuels. And one of the things which you want to target when you move away from industries, the biggest emitter in terms of air pollution is transport.
Yes.
So in terms of transport, there is that shift to electric mobility. But besides that, we want to ensure that vehicles are regularly tested. Vehicles install what we call we have that gadget which is able to reduce the toxic fumes as they move from the engine as well. So we want to push vehicle owners to be able to install such devices to reduce emissions from the vehicles, especially the old ones. So by doing so, we can be able to meet all stakeholders in different spaces of their need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right, so we were asking a question tonight, which is on our Big Why. Our question tonight is, how exactly do you curb air pollution in your area? Now, you've given, tangible answers about the same, you've given your efforts, but we're going to be crossing over to Kisii, and we have some views from there. So let's just listen to that, and then we can come back and comment on the same.
Kwa majina naitwa Brian Momanyi. Nakaa mtaa wa Kisii. Kazi yangu ni ya kufanya mambo na kunyoa. Tunafanya, unajua lazima ukilini mtu vizuri, akae niti vizuri ndio aonekane. Sasa maoni yangu kwa pande ya environment, vitu kama for example keep environment clean, lazima pia uangalie as a human being, lazima uke environment iko safi. Sasa vitu kama hizi garbages, vitu zenye kama plastics, hizo ni vitu tunafaa kurecycle kwa sababu sometimes unapata kama hizi chupa kama packet za maziwa, vitu tunafaa kutumia tena. Hatufai kutupa hivyo. For example kama bikes. Unajua sometimes unaweza pata gari na kiingia kwa barabarani transportations. Kwa barabara unaweza pata hata kama ni gari hivi, gari inatoa moshi, inaharibu environment, hewa safi inapotea. Alafu pia sometimes I prefer kupanda bike za electricity. See? Lakini since ziko mingi huku Kisii, nikikosa sometimes I walk. So maybe hiyo ndio option. Sasa kama hizi bike za kunini za hizi za fuel, sometimes hata ziko na air pollution mbaya. Naona inatu affect kama kifua kama hizo mahewa, so hizo mamoshi zenye zinatoa za fuel zinatu affect. So I prefer kupanda bike za electricity, ziko sawa hizo. Alafu on the other hand, mi utoka pande ya nyumbani ushago ndo nakuja town kufanya kazi. Actually nimepanda miti mingi sana kutengeneza environment ikuwe na hewa safi, ndio watu tupate kubreathe hewa safi, to keep the environment clean and at least hata kwa nyumba sometimes unaangalia hivi uchafu ni kitu mbaya, tunafaa kudispose all these bad things, bad smells. Unafaa mtu kama mimi nafanya industry ya kinyozi, we need to be clean. See, hata mali nafanya kazi we need to be clean. See, ndio hata the clients comes anaona place iko safi, mko sawa, at least hata anakuwa na morale ya kurudi next time. Hakuna air pollution mbaya, mna make sure everything is okay. So my advice is kindly let's keep the environment clean and kila mtu najua we use our own common sense kufanya vitu kama hizo. Sometimes si lazima utumie kitu kama hii masomo. Hii ni kitu tunatumia tu kufanya kama common sense. Unaona kuna kitu mbaya inafanyika hapa ama kuna kitu inaharibu environment hapa hivi, tunasaidia. Unajua unaanza na kwako, ndio hapa nje inakuwa sawa. So usikuje kucharge mtu mwingine eti mbona unakaa na uchafu na wewe kwako uko mbaya. So you start from your own.
Mimi kwa majina ni Josia Nyata, mkazi wa Kisii town. Nilikuwa naongelea hii mambo ya town yetu kuhusu environment. So tunahimiza county government ifanye hii mambo ya collection ya takataka vizuri kwa vijiji, kwa mitaa. Alafu tungeomba tena county governor ajaribu kufanya mambo ya recycling, ndio hii mambo ya environment ikuwe mzuri, takataka ikuwe recycled, alafu environment ikuwe mzuri. Na tunahimiza hao vijana wa bodaboda wa embrace hii motorbike za stima hizi, ndio hii mambo ya emission ya kuchafua hewa ikuwe chache. Na tunahimiza wananchi wajaribu kupanda miti mingi, ndio mambo ya gases sikuwe dissolved vizuri. So kwa hivyo tunajaribu town ikuwe safi na miti pandwe, collection ikuwe mzuri, ndio town yetu ikuwe safi. Alafu nikiongeleza mimi ni mgombea wa kiti cha MCA ya Kitutu Central. Najaribu kuhimiza wananchi wa Kitutu Central ikifika 2027 waniweke ndani, ndio tusaidie governor kuleta hizi makampuni za recycling, ndio hii town yetu ikuwe mzuri, because recycling companies ni mingi nje. Tuleta dona ndio takataka yetu ikuwe recycled, tupate vitu zingine za kuuza kwa hii town yetu.
All right, of course, interesting insights there from Kisii. Maybe we can get some comments on the same, if you managed to hear.
Yes, from what I've heard, and I've had opportunity to live in those sides of the country, and actually the place is green. They have lots of tree cover, and it's high time they need to move to e-mobility, especially the public transport, starting with the motorcycle, because right now where we are in Nairobi, it was green like Kisii. but because of it's also the technology at that time.
Yeah.
We have cut down trees to do infrastructure, to do buildings. Now our air, our time has come, we need to plant many trees, because by the time we are achieving moving to fully e-mobility, I'm one of the victims of air pollution. Whenever I go to a place that is polluted, my nose starts itching. So I don't want to run away from my country. I want to be the first person who is going to make sure that the air we breathe is clean. The moment my nose will stop aching, I'll at least say we'll have achieved something. So we need to, we're also asking the national government, the National Assembly, to come up with policies that are compelling those people who are importing vehicles to now move to e-mobility.
Yeah.
Because if we need to transition to e-mobility, there has to be a law. And the major polluters are the vehicles. So this is something we need to embrace as citizens, as the residents of Nairobi and Kenya at large, because this air is not only affecting the 7 million Nairobians,
right.
It's also affecting the visitors who are visiting, and we need to transition. And I'm happy the border people are really embracing this, and I appreciate them because they are leading. If you go to CBD, sometimes before you could hear a lot of noise pollution, and at that time, if I was the chief officer in charge of environment, I would have acted on one of them. But right now, they are moving to e-mobility, and the noise has been minimized. And also, people are very disciplined. Whenever they are within CBD, they all switch their engines off. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any comments from you?
Yeah. I want to say that air quality is not only an environmental concern, but it's an issue of public health concern. And therefore, it requires a collective responsibility from all organs of government. Everyone should come together so that we can be able to reduce what is happening. When you talk about 8 million deaths happening every year, that's quite a huge number. And if we come together, we can be able to reduce these deaths which are happening. Looking at issues of changing behavior, switching modes, for example, the way they are talking about managing the waste. If we stop waste burning is the second contributor of emissions all over. So if we can be able to adopt those measures which, we can be able to reuse our waste, for example, we can be able to reduce air pollution by a big extent. And therefore, my call is to request all state actors and non-state actors to come together, join the government of the day, whether it is the city of Nairobi, whether it is the county government in any part of Kenya, to join hands globally to ensure that we alleviate issues of air pollution. And by saying so, I also want to extend an invitation to TV-7 to celebrate with us this day.
Okay, thank you very much. And lastly, Catherine?
Yeah, I just want to say, first of all, thank you for taking time to listen to us. The people who are watching at us, we say thank you. And another thing that we have to know is about when we say let's plant trees. Also, I'm saying don't cut again the trees. Okay, because I'm a champion in the community. Now I'm like an environmental officer. I really look at everything.
Yeah.
When I find somebody cutting a tree, even if it is along the road and the tree has been planted by another person and taken care of, then another person is just destroying it within some minutes.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. So one thing that I know is about everybody has a different vision. For example, we have today him. He has this great vision, walking around with making sure that the rules are followed. We don't know who will come tomorrow. Can we just say Kenya belongs to us? And through climate change, we have seen how it has affected our country, and not even our country, globally. It is something that is affecting everyone. So if we can go back to our culture, plant trees, maintain them, and make sure that we follow the rules. I know that we will have another different Kenya. We will breathe a clean air. And it is good also to say that when you see somebody in his position or in our position, can we respect that?
Yeah.
Because where there is respect, growth will be seen. Where there is no respect, just things will just go the other way around.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what you have been doing. I've just come here saying do this and I know it is wrong. So what I can say is about health. Everyone needs a good health. And when we talk about clean air, it is our health. So can we plant more trees? Now, for example, we are going to different schools from the COVID time. We have planted many trees in the schools in that small compound. Some of them, I can see them growing so well. So I normally say, I believe they will grow and they will benefit my community. So it is our role to bring a change through the natural things that we have been lacking or misusing.
Okay, thank you very much. That was quite an interesting conversation that we had. Once again, we appreciate your time and all the efforts that you as individuals and of course in the respective areas that you work in are doing to be able to try and make sure that we have cleaner air in, of course, Mukuru. We also have Nairobi County. So thank you so much once again for your time. We have Geoffrey Mosiria, Chief Officer Environment, Nairobi City, Asante Sana, Christine Mwelu, Community Coordinator, Mukuru, and lastly, Maurice Kavai, Deputy Director, Climate Change and Air Quality Monitoring, Nairobi City. Asanteni. And yes, once again, we do hope that we can continue having such conversations, and especially this one, because I feel air pollution is something that we have seen on the rise, and efforts are there to be able to make sure that we curb it, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. All right, so once again, thank you so much. Any final comments, any remarks?
Yes, what I'll tell the residents of Nairobi and Kenyans who are watching me, any of your actions as far as the environment is concerned, it really matters a lot. Today, any pollution you are doing, be it small, be it even spit on the ground, it will affect you in one way or the other. It's our collective responsibility to keep our environment clean. We can't run away from it. And on 7th, being the International Day for Clean Air and Blue Skies, I want to invite all residents of Nairobi, all students, all environmentalists, join us. We'll be meeting outside the governor's office in City Hall around 7 a.m. for a walk. We want to create awareness. We want to inform the people, to make people to understand the importance of this air. And that day is open for everyone. Come, let's enjoy together, breathe clean air, and we'll give updates on the quality of air you'll be breathing within the city, so that I know that day you'll be safe, because we are doing our best. We'll also inform the motorists to minimize their pollution within the city. And also I encourage people, everyone, when you want to say that you are going for a demonstration, don't carry a stone, don't carry a panga. Just leave your house with a tree seedling, go plant it in an open space. One day you'll celebrate it, because it will clean your air. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, on my side, my remarks, ninasema ya kwamba hewa safi, pumzi, fiti. That is our slogan in Breathe Cities. And the other thing that I just want to say is, community, my people in different areas, can we make sure that we bring a change where we live? And can we also lead by example? So that others can come and learn from us.
Okay.
And in this day, on Sunday, whereby we are going to have this walk, as you have heard, can you come, Let us work together. Get this information. Don't just relax in your house.
Yeah.
This change, we need to pass it to everyone because it is something open. Come, let's work together. Let's unite with the environmental officers, and let's work together with them. I can say through Breathe Cities, I have seen change. Those spaces that we are occupying or we are now reaching, we could not manage to reach alone.
Yeah.
So we have to work as a team. We have to move together because of this change that we are expecting. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. And lastly, Maurice?
Yeah, thank you. They usually say that if you want to if you want to predict the future, you have to create it. And therefore, we are setting the foundation of the future for the future generation. And therefore, as we celebrate this International Clean Air Day on Sunday, we want to call upon all actors to join hands, to work with the city. And I want to appreciate particularly the leadership of our governor because he has been very instrumental in making sure that air quality issues are given top priority. So as we move towards celebrating this event, it is a clarion call that we move ahead and start now acting on how we can be able to reduce emissions within our cities as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And with that, we officially close this conversation. I felt like I didn't want to stop talking because there was so much to learn from all three of you and, you know, the wide knowledge that you have when it comes to matters environment. So yeah, keep up the good work. Asanteni.
Thank you.
All right, with that, we'd like to move on to climate news for now.